Alright, there was something that I don't think I talked about when I did my Detective Comics 1027. I had that, like, the haul video. So I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna talk about that, and then I'm gonna, review all these, like, anniversary specials. Some of these I have not read because they're sold, so because they're that long. But the ones I have, I will. And starting at the bottom of the list is in no particular order with the Marvel Comics 1000. It just, like, I don't even know why I have this in a Mylar anymore. It's not gonna be worth anything. And I wish I had gotten this variant, because it's the original cover, for issue 1000. The reason why I didn't was because, and this was actually the first comic I've gotten with the weekly comics. When I got back into that, when I finally got into doing that, which I regret, because, like I've told you, they hold you hostage. I've been lucky that this week and last week there's been like 3 comics that I need to get. So this week I get my check too. So hopefully I'll get more of these than these. And this is gonna be part of one. This is coming soon. I'll be reviewing this and all the other library books, and one of them is going to be a DNF almost. It might be a DNF, but I'm trying to finish it. And yes, it is the X-Force book, which is insane because it's written by the same people who brought that X-23 book. But I'll talk more about that when I get to it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Way ahead of myself. That'll probably be on Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe Thursday. I don't know. Yeah, this one, I just didn't like I didn't like many of the stories. It was a slog to get through. I might even sell this. That's how bad it was. And the issue 1001 was even worse. But this one was not that great. I did not enjoy myself, and I kind of wish I had not gotten it almost. But I do like. I might keep it just for the novelty of having it. And I don't think this is actually issue 1000 of Marvel Comics, because they haven't been doing this regularly, like with Detective Comics 1000. I had this in the Mylar for a reason. This is the Bruce Timm variant, and apparently it's worth a lot. Not like a lot. I actually think it is worth a lot. So I might just get that Batman family book, and then because it has this one and all the others I'll show you, and it has an extra one I do not have because they just didn't have it. It was a Walmart exclusive, and my Walmart would never even dream of having books like this. They want to have just books, like, the new Stephen King, which is nice, but overpriced. I don't like Walmart. I really don't. Sam's Club is better for books, and it's ironic because they're right next to each other in my town, and I think they're owned by the same company, too. So why would they have a book more expensive than at? To be fair, I haven't seen it. I didn't see it at Sam's Club. It was gone, so maybe Walmart knew. It's like, let's up the price. I don't know. But, this one I enjoyed a lot, and this one too. These were the best ones of the issue 1000s I've read. This one I really liked that the one that was done by Richard Donner, who brought us the first and second Superman movie. Technically the second one. The only Superman 2 I've seen is the Richard Donner cut, which I recommend you guys see that if you have not seen those movies. But this one was good too. And I like the one that has been in discussion now because of that. Well, back when they did the Batman teaser where they just showed his bat suit, and everyone thought that was guns on his little bat emblem. So they talked about this, because that's what he does in one of these stories. But what they do for those of you who don't know, and those of you who haven't been watching my channel, is they have like a bunch of writers here. I'm gonna open this. I'll check which one on the Action Comics one, because that one's not worth as much. I mean, I'm not going to sell the Detective Comics 1000 anyways, so... Whoop. Oh, it's not going to... It just has an ad for that in the back. This was actually one that I had gotten way back before. This one too, actually. But this is way back before I was getting regular comics. I think that was like the newest comic I had for a while there. I just noticed it has an 80 years of Superman thing on it. It's kind of funny. But it's a bunch of creators that write Superman. They write Superman stories from the past and from the present, which is amazing because you get some people that haven't written a Superman story in a while coming back. I want to say that I did that. Here, I'll go with all the people. Dan Jurgens, which I didn't really like that one as much. And it's been a while since I've read these. Peter J. Tomasi, Marv Wolfman, he was a really old one. Jeff Johns. That's why I liked it. It was just Jeff Johns and Richard Donner. I love Jeff Johns' writing. Scott Snyder, Tom King, Louise Simonson, which I don't like as much. I don't remember if I read that one. I did read that one, but I don't remember liking. I don't remember if I liked it or didn't like that one. Paul Dini did one, and Brad Meltzer, and finally Brian Michael Bendis, which he has a very controversial run on Superman, and he's finally leaving in December. I have not read it because if I'm buying a modern Superman book, I want it to be the Peter J. Tomasi run of Action Comics, and whoever is writing Superman. Peter J. Tomasi, I think, is Superman, and Dan Jurgens is Action Comics. And I started reading that Action Comics. They had volume 1 at my local library. I'll actually see if they have any others at the Interloan. It's just impossible to get back in. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get a separate Mylar for it. Yeah, this one was good too. I'm not gonna go over each and every person that wrote it because I already bent that a little bit. Luckily, it was it's thick, like thinner. It's thicker material than a normal comic. I wonder what the Marvel comics. You know what I'm gonna do? This is gonna become the new home for Action Comics. I'm gonna take these worthless. I'm gonna take out these worthless pieces of crap. Out. I just did not like this. I feel like Marvel rushed it, and it goes to show. I mean, it goes to show, but they did do the same paper quality as DC, except for 1001. Someone has said that in the comics they have actually shown proof that the comics they get, if you rub on the comic, the ink comes off. I've never had that problem with any of the comics. I don't know if that's gonna be ironic. It seemed like rubbing on here. Say you could rub, it'll be like fingerprints, and it'll be like it'll come off on your finger. I haven't really noticed that. Maybe the Newbury Comics has better quality than. Look at all these people that wrote. I was so excited for this book too, and it was a complete letdown. I remember reading this during one of my snow days too. It was kind of funny. I didn't read it all in one day. I read it like my final comic of the night, and I couldn't even finish it that night. I had to go to sleep, and I woke up that next morning, and it took most of that day. I was so annoying because I like to, finish all the comics that I'm on. Like last night, like to say I started at 10. I want to finish it and not have it for tomorrow. But this is the reason for why I don't like why I put off reading the comics that are longer than a normal comic. Like 96 pages, I mean, not like 48 pages. That one I'll read just fine. In fact, the most recent, one of the recent Walking Deads I read was a double-sized issue. And I read that just fine. But I mean, like these do take me a while to read. Alright, so I'll put that back. It's funny that the DC ones are much better than Marvel. These ones I have not read. This isn't the 1000th issue, but it's a anniversary issue. This is Flash 750. It took me a while to get this one because I heard it was one of the stories was continuing from, like, let's say 749 or something. But I found out they also have other stories in it too, so I'll just ignore that other story. And I think Detective Comics and Action Comics did the same thing, especially with the Brian Michael Bendis one for Action Comics. But I think it was starting out something. I don't know. Wonder Woman. I kind of regret selling that 1001, 1002. So what I did back in the day, even for the ones I couldn't redeem digitally, I just give it back because extra money. I don't know why I did that. I mean, it wasn't like if I really liked a book, I wouldn't have sold it. It was really just the ones that I didn't think I'd read again. And to be fair, probably won't. And if anything, and to be also fair, if I find a trade, then that issue becomes worthless because it's a recent comic, unless it's like a first appearance or something, or it's a very special case, like with this one, which is why I have it Mylard. This is worth $15 already. I just got that, and it was $6.99. I didn't pay the full $6.99, so I got a little bit more than twice double my money back when I sell it, which I don't think I will. If I'm selling it, I want to sell it for the for a little bit more, for way more than the trade, unless I don't like it, which I think it's possible, but it's Jeff Johns. I really like Jeff Johns' writing. I've heard nothing but good on it. The guy who talked about, who was, I don't want to say complaining, because that's implying that, this is falling off. That's implying that he was nitpicking, and he was like, oh, he's just being a little whiner baby. That's what I think about when I say complaining, but he had a, my point is that he had every right to talk, to complain about it. But the guy I was talking about, the rubbing off on the comic about Marvel, he has not reviewed 3 Jokers yet. And he's usually the one that doesn't like a whole lot of comics as of recent. But the other guys that had said that's really good also are like, yeah, comics are bad nowadays, yada yada yada, which I do agree with. There was a Black Widow one I didn't get because I heard it was bad. You just have to know what you're getting for comics. They're not as bad as people are saying, but when you do get a bad comic like that recent Batgirl one, it was Antifa Batgirl. Look that up if you haven't looked it up, you'll have a field day. That's a good example of terrible comics, terrible modern comics. Captain Marvel, I've heard it's not good. There's a lot of stuff like that. Okay, I have a lot to get through. So this one is Wonder Woman. Same thing here with Flash. There's a story in here that was continuing from previous Wonder Woman stories I have not read yet. I mean, going at this rate, I'll probably catch up to these books because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on one issue of a book. This I actually looked up because I was looking up that the Detective Comics. So it's a Detective Comics 100-page giant. It has 99% of the stories are ones I have in that Detective Comics book or elsewhere. Actually, one of them I don't, so it's 98%. There's 2 stories that I'd get, and I think the new story, because there's a brand new story that they have, that's in the Bat Family book, but that's probably like 10 pages. I'm not going to spend $30 for a 10-page book. But this one, I was looking at that to see how it did on Goodreads. I couldn't find it. But this one apparently didn't do so well. But I haven't read it yet, and it's 80 pages. I mean, that Superman one I read went by pretty fast. I didn't feel like 80 pages. So, maybe that one won't either. This one I kind of regret getting. Kind of a really kind of dumb one. But it had Beast Boy in it. There's another character I had in it too, right? That I wanted to get. It's Crypto and Superman. So it's Superman. Killer Croc. Ferdinand. Captain Carrot. Beast Boy. Bat Cow. And Dexstar. I just look kind of stupid. Look too kiddish for my taste, but maybe it'll be good. I don't know. Secrets of Sinister House. This one I want to read. I should have read that for Halloween. But I was too busy reading Witches and Sweet Tooth, which are 2 amazing horror comics. Actually, I'm just going to finish Witches today. And which sucks is that there's not a volume 2. There's a Halloween special, but there's no volume 2 solicited on Amazon, at least. New Year's Evil #1. These are all the 80-page giants. Birds of Prey one, I was glad to find out was a one-shot. I mean, I think by now I'd figure it out, even if I didn't look it up. It's 100 pages. This one I was so happy to get. This is one I did talk about when I was, a little trip here. When I was talking about, when I was doing my graduation hall, way back, not the most recent one. I got Doomsday Clock and the Gotham Central. No, this was way back. This is Robin 100-page giant. I absolutely adore the Chuck Dixon Robin series. The ongoing one. Well, not ongoing because it get canceled. And I was surprised I hadn't heard anything about Robin. And then it was around that time when I was thinking about it again. I was like, oh yeah, we haven't got a whole lot of like Robin solo stuff. And this got announced, and I was like, hell yeah, I cannot wait for this. And I'm gonna do it. The other one I was super excited for was Joker 100-page Giant. That one was one that got delayed, and I still have not read these yet. Probably should. Green Lantern one, I didn't know about this until it came out, which is nice. Which is a nice surprise. Catwoman. I hate the condition this book is in. It's like chips here, chips there. But it's like if you covered this part of the book, you won't even notice anything. And no, something here too. Jesus. I don't know how I got like that. Like, yeah, I stack my comics, but these are like better quality paper than your average comic. So this is what I want to talk about. This is 100 and I don't know if I talked about this. It's 144 pages. And it's $10. I got a discount, 20% discount. But still, if Marvel did this, it would be $11.99. And it'd be terrible. Probably. Because they would use this format. I heard that Spider-Man 850 was really, really good. I think what they need to do is they shouldn't have done a Marvel Comics 1000. DC did not do a DC Comics 1000. If you want to do an issue 1000, do like another Deadpool one, like, because they have it, and they did for a joke, because these are fourth wall breaker. They had an issue 1000, and the joke was, have we had was it 800 or 1000? I don't know. But it was like, have we had these many Deadpool comics? Who cares? This is Marvel, yada yada yada. And it was like a jab at Marvel too, which I really like. I don't like how like that. I didn't just do that in the first place. So well, I don't really care about how. I don't like to get too close like this, because I was rewatching one of my videos, and like for a lot of the video, I was like this close to the whole entire page. I think it was actually more like this. I don't know, but it was way too close to the camera. But this one, it's already worth it because it's 144 pages and $10. Again, I heard it wasn't good, but I was like, I mean, who cares? They said that some of the issues, they didn't say it was terrible. They just said nothing blew them away. And I don't know how they felt about issue 1000, which I liked. And I don't hate some of the things. No. Was there anything that review that I didn't like? I don't know. But the point is, like, not to be a fanboy. That's not why I got it. It was because it was Batman. Not because it's Batman. I like Batman, so I'm gonna get that instead of like. But I heard that some of the stories were good, and they didn't say it was terrible, but they said it wasn't that great either. So hopefully I'll like it, and hopefully it won't be a slog to get through. And then these 100-page giants, which I was so angry to find out that they stopped doing them, and they're all digital, and you guys know how I feel about digital stuff. And it's all of these 100-page giants. That's just one of each that they did. How much money would that be? Let's do this. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh yeah, I hate that this Aquaman one was issue 2. I got that in a grab bag. 25, 30, 35, 40. I've still not found that Swamp Thing number 2. I don't know why I had number 2. I don't know why I got number 3. Did I just do 40? 45, 50. It's like $55 for just this stack alone. But the good thing about this one is that this one, actually the second one, it started with that Batwoman elegy, which I gotten, and it was because I could have gotten Preacher book 2 at that point, because I hadn't had Preacher, I hadn't gotten Preacher book 2, it was book 3, that's right too, or it was the Lock and Key, because I wanted to get the newest book, and then I could binge read the second one, because it was 20 issues. I didn't think I'd read 20 issues in the time it took for me to, before I went to the comic book store and got another book or something like that, or Amazon or whatever. So I was gonna get that, but I was like, you know what? When I get something I can read, kind of sort of right away. Even though I don't like doing that, I have to wait about a week. But I didn't think a week later I'd have enough money to get Preacher Book 4 or whatever. So I got in Batwoman Elegy, knowing that Batman Giant had it, and that was before it got canceled. So canceled. So I'm glad that there's a reason for why I have Batwoman, and the reason why I was split between those three was because I could have gotten that for free. I did, because it was buy two get one free. So I got that Batwoman book for free, and it was probably the best book I've gotten for free. Not including library books, obviously. I mean, like, buy two get one free. It's probably one of the best. If not, actually, no, the best one I've gotten was that Wolverine omnibus. It was an omnibus for free. That was the best shopping day ever, in my opinion. Because all the books have been good. This is the Carnage one, the Punisher one I liked. And it was awesome. That was the first time I got an omnibus too. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I want to get the She-Hulk one, is so I can afford to get an omnibus with my own money, because it's $40. If I have enough, I might get it. I don't know, but I could just get 2 Preacher books and then be that much closer to getting the complete Preacher series. Because Lock and Key, I technically don't have all of those. And that Lock and Key book did come out. Because I remember looking it up on Amazon and had shown it. So I don't know. Just the Newbury Comics Newbury Comics didn't have it. Oh my god, 21 minutes. That's it.